You just love the colors of autumn. I'll tell you, all the warm shades, the pine cones and berries and sunflowers and leaves, they just all add up to a lot of fun to paint. I just finished an entire tutorial on this sweet garland, and I thought I would share it with you too, some highlights of it. If you want the full real-time tutorial with no ads and just you and I talking to paint along or just take notes or enjoy, by all means, pop over and see what it's all about. We have a lot of fun on my Patreon site. I just share as much as I can that will be helpful to you. So the reason I'm kind of moving it around because it could be useful for many things, like a little invitation. If somebody's name starts with the letter L, that was unintentional, but it would look pretty. I'll show you one little secret with this. Ready? Ta-da! Do you see that it's got a little bit of metallic gold also in, which also is a lot of fun with the autumn shades. In this particular one, I also added some cattails and other kind of leaves. You know, it's just endless, whatever you want to do with it. So let me show you what I did. I just assembled several things. And by the way, also in my Patreon site, I show how to put little bouquets of cattails, maybe add the 3D a little bit of ribbon. I've been going through a series of different leaves that are prevalent depending on where you live and how to do them with salt and different techniques. And I've also been painting just a lot of just fun and joyful. The world is weird right now, all messed up. We need some self-nurturing time. And that's what I want my Patreon and here to be. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to start with yellow ochre. And I'm using the size 4 brush. And I'm just going to do some leaves to start out with. And I'm doing like a little triangle and then one little leaf down and then one more. And the fun thing about this type of little garland in painting is that it's supposed to be just loose and fun and sweet. So I'm adding a little bit in between of some little knots going out. Up to you if you want to, but I'm not over perfecting them, and you shouldn't either. It's just too much fun to not have to be worrying about everything needing to be perfect. That's overrated, doesn't look artsy. May as well go out there and just take a photo, right? I'm taking alizarin crimson, the same color, the same brush, I should say, and I'm just doing little berries. And these are good fillers wherever you put them. You can fill it all in or leave a little white spot if you want, just to make it look like they have a little sheen to them. I'm also going to paint some sunflowers. I'm starting with cadmium, and I'm doing 2 strokes. That's my sunflower leaf. And I like for sunflowers and many other flowers, I like to have some of them shorter and some longer, some fatter, because this way it looks like they're just kind of hanging out. And like if this is your flower, they could be turned like this or like this or like this, instead of just a flat stamped flower. And let's do one more fun thing. Back to yellow ochre. For pine cones, I'm just doing a little bit of, I don't know, what would you call these C curves that I'm painting? And just leaving a lot of white space in between. And that is my pine cone for now. Now, as they're drying, and we could go on from there and do more, but as they're drying, let's go ahead and add some details. So for the first one, and I probably wait a little longer, but I just want to share this with you. I'm just going to do an alizarin crimson stem. And Maybe I'll just tap in some veins just to start making it look a little bit more like it's a leaf. I might go and tap in on top of this a little yellow ochre or other autumn shades, or I might just leave it at this point and wait and add the gold. For my berries, I'm going to go to alizarin, or excuse me, I want to go to Payne's Gray. And all I'm doing is connecting them. And it's as simple as that. You can put them as many places as you want. And while I'm by the Payne's Gray, let's put a center in the sunflower. And I like that center to be just in a unique spot. So it looks like the petals are uniquely around it instead of boom, right in the center, right? And then for the pine cones, you could either leave it like this, or you could go in. I'm going to go to some burnt umber. You could go in and just dab in the middle. I just wanted to give you an idea of this. I also went in, and when I say dab in the middle, I'm just saying like get some shadows under the peaks. You just want that pine cone to have a rough look. When things are dry, I'm going to add some metallic paint just so it has a little bit of fun three-dimensional and sheen to it to make it festive. And you just put them together. What I like to do is just with a pencil, draw a garland, big or small, and then arrange everything around it. And then you'll come out with something like this. I hope that you had fun with this and it will give you some ideas of your own to enjoy this wonderful season. God bless you. Take care. Bye-bye.